When thinking about your next family holiday, have you ever considered a cruise? My name's David and this is Cruise Control. In today's video, I am hopefully going to convince you that booking a cruise for your next family holiday will probably be one of the best decisions you've made in a long time. I don't have children, so I never thought I would need to make this sort of video. But for the very fact that I was at a family barbecue a couple of weeks ago and we were chatting with some friends who were parents, and we were talking, when I say we, my husband and I, were telling them about our plans to take our extended family of 4 adults and 3 children on a cruise next Easter, and we were telling them how much we were looking forward to the cruise and how much value for money the holiday was. One of the things that surprised me when talking to our friends were the misconceptions that were held by some of them, especially by those who had children themselves. I was surprised to see that some were put off by cruises because they thought they were either going to be expensive, they were going to be boring, or they were worried about their children's safety. I think I was a little bit more than surprised, actually. I was a little bit shocked by some of the comments that I heard. I just naturally thought everyone on earth knew how safe and enjoyable cruises were for families. So I thought I had to set the record straight, and that's why I'm here today making this video. I want to hopefully convince you that cruises are safe, they are value for money, and will keep you and your children entertained and occupied from the minute you wake up to the minute you go to bed. The first topic I want to get out of the way is safety. Some of the parents I was talking to were worried about their children going overboard. Now, yes, people do go overboard, and at the time of recording this video, 11 people worldwide had gone overboard off a cruise ship. But out of the tens of millions of people who cruise every year, that proportion is negligible. Now, there is the rule of thumb that if your children are too young or cannot be trusted to be on their own on land, then don't let them out of your sight on a ship. In most cases, responsible children are able to roam and find their way around cruise ships, often a lot faster and a lot better than a lot of their adult counterparts. The most dangerous place on a ship is actually your cabin balcony. So I would recommend, if you've got small kids, go on an inside basis. So that option or the ability or the availability for your child to get out onto the balcony and maybe start climbing the railings is just taken away completely. For peace of mind, the ship is also covered wall to wall by CCTV cameras in public areas. So there is nearly nowhere on the ship in public areas where your children aren't being watched by security. So if your kids are out on an adventure or they're out on an escapade, then be rest assured there is a CCTV camera with eyes on them. The next subject that I'd like to cover is entertainment. Some of the families I was talking to were just a little bit worried about their kids being bored. Well, I can guarantee you this. Modern cruise ships have wall-to-wall entertainment that are going to keep your children happy and you happy all day long. Popular cruise lines like Royal Caribbean, Carnival, MSC, P&O and others have dedicated kids clubs, and these clubs have trained staff who can look after and entertain your children, toddlers and even teenagers while you and your better half spend some quality time together in the spa or in a lovely little restaurant or bar. On our recent MSC cruise, we found that their kids clubs cater for all ages starting from 0 to 3, then 3 to 6, 7 to 12, 12 to 14, and then 14 to 17. So that's 5 categories of children that they have dedicated clubs for with trained staff to help look after and entertain your children. MSC state on their webpage that each club offers a range of activities designed specifically for the relevant age group, ensuring everyone will be happy from your toddler to your teenagers. If you're looking for something to do to spend some quality time with your children when on board, well, modern ships have fantastic amenities for family fun. On our recent MSC cruise on the MSC Virtuosa, there were 3 pools to choose from, each having a lifeguard on duty, and there was even an inside pool for the days when the weather wasn't that warm. You will also find that there will be outdoor water parks with slides and splash pools. The water is always heated even in inclement weather. Your kids can get their cozies on. Well, I suppose you can get your cozy on as well and go have some really well-deserved family fun. And when it comes to entertainment amenities, you haven't just got the pools to choose from. Many modern ships also have other amenities such as rope walks, ice rinks, arcades. Norwegian cruise lines even have go-karting tracks on some of their ships, and Carnival's latest ships even have a roller coaster on board called the Bolt. Now, some of these amenities or additional entertainment activities can incur a cost. So for example, the Bolt incurs a $15 charge. So just be mindful when you are making use of these amenities. But generally, a lot of them, especially for example, let's say on MSC, a lot of them are free. Yes, the arcade you have to pay for, but if you're out at the back of the ship and you're in the water park or you're on the rope walks, once you're registered, you can do that as many times as you like for free of charge. And when it comes to evening entertainment, there isn't a shortage of shows and theatre for you to go see. All the large cruise lines have fantastic daily evening shows that are family friendly and a great way for you and the kids to spend some time together. Cruise lines will offer different types and styles of entertainment on a sliding scale from more sort of adult themed right down to those types of cruise lines such as Disney, where the entertainment is specifically designed with children in mind. However, generally the main theatre entertainment on most lines will be middle of the road, family orientated, and will keep everyone tapping their feet, clapping their hands and singing along. And not only do they have the evening theatre shows, some cruise lines will put on additional shows. So for example, on MSC, on some of the ships, they have the Carousel, which are a Cirque du Soleil style show. Of course, that's an additional cost, but it is really entertaining for the children. Royal Caribbean will have ice rink shows, and also on some of their ships, outdoor diving shows. So the list is endless and there's so many different options out there. One thing I really did enjoy about our recent MSC cruise was the Galleria party every evening at 10:30, where families and adults and kids could get together and have a party and a boogie to songs that are both old and new. At the barbecue a couple of weeks ago, one of the mothers said to me, "David, I'm so embarrassed. My kids are such fussy eaters. I'm worried they will starve. I hate going on holidays because I just know that all they're going to eat is chips and ham and egg." And I said, "Don't worry, that's not a problem." And it was, I just shook my head and went, my goodness me, you don't have to worry on a cruise ship. There are so many dining options. You can go to the main dining room and have a 3-course sit-down waiter service meal. Or if you're looking for something just a little bit more relaxed, so your kids have the freedom to come and go as they please, you can go to the buffet. And believe me, modern cruise lines will have something for everybody, even for the most fussiest of eaters. And then on those evenings where you want to splash out, cruise lines have the specialty dining restaurants, so you can go get some steak, or you can go get some tapenaki or some sushi. So, it may be one of those opportunities where you could maybe introduce something new to your kids' palates and help them explore food. It's amazing what a new or different surrounding has on them, and it may encourage them to push the boat out just a little bit. I've saved this little piece of advice for the end, because when it comes to keeping your children entertained, the very fact that you're waking up somewhere new every day is just amazing. It's not just exciting for them because they can go out and explore, but it's also educational. On a land-based holiday, very often you're just all sat around the same pool for the week. And if you're going to go out at night, it's invariably to the same restaurants because you know them and you like the food. But on a cruise, waking up, exploring somewhere new every day, trying all the different food options, trying all the different drink options, your kids are going to have an absolute ball. Like I've discussed in one of my other videos around trying to decide the right cruise for you. It is really important that you do your research. There are cruise lines, so for example, family-orientated cruise lines where there's lots of activity, it's very busy, like Carnival, Royal Caribbean, Disney, MSC. You know, they are the type of lines that you want to be looking at, especially if you've got young kids and you want to keep them entertained all day. But please also note that there is no one size fits all in regards to the ships. And even in these lines, they have ships, smaller ships, which don't have the same level or intensity of entertainment options as the bigger ships do. So to make sure that you're maximizing that entertainment value that you're getting out of your cruise, do your research. Just all you need to do is just Google search the ships, Google search the cruise line, and then go speak to a reputable cruise agent or reputable travel agent and ask them about the cruises that particular ship offers, either as a fly cruise or a cruise only from the UK. There are some really good value cruises for family out there on the market at the moment, especially if you're prepared to cruise from the UK. There are cruise lines out there such as Marella, which include in the basic price your drinks and your flights. But you can get some cruises going out of the UK, for example, to the fjords on P&O or MSC, or even on MSC round the North Sea for £400 to £600 per person, and even less when you are taking your kids. One of my great tips on saving money is go on an inside basis. Yes, the cabins are a little bit smaller, but really on a cruise ship, you only need your cabin to sleep in and you can save a ton of money. Now, while researching this video, I found a week's cruise with MSC on their newest ship, the Euribia, for a week with drinks for a family of 4, and it came to £1,400. Okay, it was a winter cruise, but I can guarantee that you and your family will not be bored even though the weather is cold outside. We've even booked a week's cruise next Easter for our family with 4 adults and 3 children, and that, with drinks, came to a total of less than £4,000. And like I say, that includes the deluxe drinks package. Talking about drinks packages, have a look at what offers the cruise lines have. A lot of them will throw in a children's drinks package completely free with every adult drinks package purchased. So for example, on P&O, if you purchase the deluxe drinks package, which is £50 per person per day, and you've got a little one with you, then for every adult who buys the drinks package, and every adult in a cabin has to buy the drinks package, you will get the kids drinks package thrown in. So 2 adults will get 2 kids drinks packages thrown in, which can, in the long run, over maybe a 2-week cruise, save you quite a bit of money. I've kept you long enough, and I hope I have convinced you, if you have been considering a cruise for you and your family, that I've convinced you that it's going to be a good idea. Listen, if you've enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. The likes are really, really helpful. And if you want to see more content from me, please subscribe. But in the meantime, I hope that you seize the day, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.